in terms of digital, its application in this industry has been remarkable. Why?
Truly.
YouTube, Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, Apple, one after another is entering the business. First as a distribution channel,
Right.
And now as acquirers of program.
Like Netflix wants to get content.
Like now, and original programming, which Netflix is doing and
I
YouTube is
even
doing.
heard that from DirecTV yesterday when I talked to someone here at the convention, that they now will go to independent people and acquire direct products and put them up on different channels.
That's exactly right. So what really is great about what is happening now is that for people who are creative, there's a world of opportunity for them. For those people who just did short films for YouTube, now they have an opportunity to create long form films, and have an opportunity to use their skills and find a lot more opportunities to make it a career, not just, a 30-second video on YouTube. They can make it actually. So that's great. The economic side of it is exciting because now the demand for product, for content is so great that the prices that are being paid to people, the creators of that content, are now really pretty strong. And there's tremendous competition to get a good product on to that distribution. So when I look at what NAPI is, with this conference in Miami, there's one thing that really does ring a lot truer than it has for a long time. Part of the problem between technology and entertainment is, in a strange way, they were speaking different languages.
Right.
Technology believed it could stand on its own and create its own destiny. Entertainment wasn't quite sure what to make of technology. In some respects, thought, especially in terms of areas of piracy and stuff like that, it was a bit like a dangerous area. The greatest thing that's starting to happen is that they're starting to talk to each other, listen to each other.
Absolutely.
And they're starting to realize that it's in their mutual best interest to get to know each other better. Okay? So that's what you're starting to see. Because technology can't create what creators of content can do. And creators of content can't create technological delivery systems the way that technology companies do. So they're starting to get together much closer. And I think by doing that, they're going to both fare out a lot better than
Well, and clearly, broadcasters weren't thinking 20 years ago. I would dare say even a lot of them 15 years ago. I've got to figure out how I can scale my content to go to someone's cell phone.
Absolutely.
And today, that's a real broadcast issue because there's a big audience out there watching stuff on their handhelds.
No question, and it's interesting, that's a very good point, because we're really starting to development. And today the difference is that if you're, and I tell this to clients all the time, when you sit down and you get excited about a creative idea, story, you have to then say to yourself next, okay, where will my story go? Okay, and what way does it deliver? What are the formats? So when you're thinking about developing content, you should be thinking domestic and international. You should be thinking, if it's television, then what about the internet and mobile? What about mobisodes and webisodes, and how do you shorten those things in order to meet the formats of these new delivery systems? So it's not, the story will always dominate, but the ability to take the story and then to mold it in ways that are suitable for other mechanisms of delivery, especially new digital delivery systems, is really a great opportunity, because with that comes revenue, with that becomes money. So you're not dependent only on one source. Just like with films. Back in the days when films started happening, it was the box office. Well, no, it's not the box office anymore. It's the box office, and it's pay-per-view and VOD and DVDs, and then almost every other form of delivery, soundtrack albums, right? So you start to think.
And don't forget the merchandising.
And the merchandising, licensing,
ancillary rights,
all of that.
Yes.
So if you're looking at these projects and you say to yourself, okay, I got a great idea, then the next thing should be, okay, how does my idea travel across these various platforms? And what's the way in which I can maximize my return on the creativity and the time of development and production and all those things? So, I just think it's a pretty cool time. I think it's exciting for people.
Well, and you highlighted earlier, this is a melting period where technology and entertainment are learning to talk more and more. And then there's that other tier beyond the technology is the people who